Hello and welcome to this update on my DIY remote controller project. As you know from the last video, I'm working now on the setup of the chassis for the remote controller. In the last video, I've shown that I've been making a first setup of the chassis, which is the one that you are seeing, and that I've been forced to cut it, to chunk it, because otherwise it wouldn't be impossible to print it with my printer, 3D printer. And so what we see in the last video was this reduction. Okay, this was the first part of the chassis that I've worked on and that I've already printed. In this new video we're gonna see this second part, and in particular we're gonna see how I have built the joint in order to reassemble the part after the printing, and then we will see in a moment the result. So it's the upper part of the chassis, so the part that is containing the channel strip control. So this is the PCB. And what I've done is to create this new extension, which replicate more or less the same size, and it's a little bit bigger actually, but surely it reproduced the same structure, but with an important difference that we see here. So let me switch off this. So I have created the joints here. Actually, this is a lock. You see, on the two sides, with a screw that is going inside here, and a nut here on the other side to block the screw. So let's see it with an analysis playing. So there you go. This is the first part. And you can see here where the screw is entering. And then on the other side, like this, where here and there you go. This is the part where the nuts goes. And there you go. And on top of this, I made some joint to block all the pieces, the two pieces, in order to not have the two pieces rotate around the axis of the screw. So let's see how does it work. Just make this. Here, as you can see, I've put these small joints, 2 mm per 2 mm, which I have restricted a bit in the upper part in order to make easier the sliding. You see, and of course on the other side, there you go. These are the holes inside which the joint goes. There you go. And at the end, the result, which I quite like, is this one. As you can see here, we can see the lock with the nut and the screw inside, and the joints with the holes that going in here. The piece is quite solid, Okay, it's not perfect because probably I will have to put more than one in the middle. I will have to put a couple here and maybe a third one in the higher part in order to look better, but still is quite solid. There you go, the two pieces. One is black, one is gray, just because I finished the filament, the black filament, so I mean I use another one, but I think it's anyway useful in order to see the difference. Okay, and there you go, and these are of course the PCB for the channels will go over here. I have just two remaining, so I need to have more printed, so I just put two, but I think it makes the idea clear. I've been forced to create this hole here because otherwise it would have been impossible to work on the screw here. So I mean I used a flexible screwdriver and I entered here, of course without the PCB, and with this I've been able to screw the two pieces together. As I said, the result is quite good, it's solid, it's quite heavy already. Okay, probably this is a little bit too much, so probably I will have to let's say print it with a little bit more of space inside, but that's it, and I'm quite happy about this. Next step, I'm gonna add the second part on the upper. I will have to cut into also this part because otherwise my printer will not be able to print it, and then I will have to fix it probably with the same mechanism. And then I will start working on the lower part here. There will be a block here also, and here and here, and there will be the same joints that you saw before. That's it for this update. Thank you very much. Bye.